Hello everybody! I would like to start off by asking you guys for some suggestions on how I can improve my vlogging skills, because I don't want to have one of those vlogs that nobody watches because they just talk on and on and on, or that's just completely not interesting, or that's too dramatic or not dramatic enough. You know, I want to find the balance that you guys like to watch, you know, what you guys want, what you guys would like to see more of. So comment please. I would love that. Love you forever. On with the vlogging. You know, I could tell myself over and over and over again. I could even write it down. I could tell someone to remind me, and whatever. I can just do everything to not to forget something. And in some cases I'm going to forget it anyway. Like tonight, I told myself, don't lock Silent Assassin outside. Don't lock her out. Do not lock her out. She is outside talking to her boyfriend. Don't lock her out. It was about 9 o'clock. I was telling myself that as I shut the door and locked it. We have two doors. We have a glass door and a screen door and a wooden door. And I locked the glass door, but I kept the wooden door unlocked. So I got out of the shower hearing this banging on the door, and so I walked through the house as fast and safely as I could because I'm a klutz and I didn't want to trip over anything. And I get over there. There's this little sucker outside. You see it? You see that? That is a rattlesnake tail. Yes, you can see correctly. Rattlesnake tail. 3-foot long rattlesnake in the strike position about 3 feet away from the porch, which is elevated, but it was still, you know, it was still out there. And I was just freaking out thinking what could have happened if I hadn't ran out there as soon as I could and unlocked the door for her. What would have happened if we had all fallen, like my mom and dad and myself, what if we had all fallen asleep while she was outside locked out? I mean, what could have happened? And what if she was out there just a little bit longer, you know? I was very upset with myself. I felt horrible. But thank God that he was in the situation and nothing did happen. Dad got out there with a shotgun and killed it. Yay! Speaking of Dad shooting rattlesnakes, there was one incident where it was just us girls playing outside, and our dad was recovering from leukemia. So he was temporarily blind. We called our neighbor up. His name is Pete, and he's deaf. He came over. My dad had the shotgun. No, Pete had the shotgun. And what the guys did was Dad listened for the rattlesnake, and Pete looked for the rattlesnake. So my dad was saying, "Hey, Pete, I hear him over there." And Pete was looking with his eyes, and Dad was listening with his ears. It was pretty cool. Kind of crazy. I wouldn't recommend doing that. You probably should get somebody who can hear and see. So there's another incident where our poor Dalmatian Freckles got bit in the tongue. Like it was like, tongue swelled up, throat swelled up. Okay, throat probably wasn't swollen. It was probably because the tongue. Anyway, whatever. Long story short, he was not eating and not barking for about 4 or 5 days. It might have even been a week. I don't remember. But he was still wagging his tail, and he was still in a good mood, and he killed that snake. So there's another incident where a couple different times we had snakes in the attic, and one in particular was a water moccasin, a very big one, coiled up in a drip pan we had in there. Because something was leaking. I don't remember. So when we were little girls, we were not allowed to be in my room with the door open or near the attic at all when the door was opened. Let's see. We've had snakes appear at the top of the door of the oven. You know how the door is like this, and then there's this little section right here on the top of the door. Slides right in right there. We had little garden snakes there. We've had water moccasins and rattlesnakes right at the front of our door. We live out in the country, so there's snakes everywhere. One time when I was 14, I went to mow. I was mowing, and I had just done like 3 strips. And came back around again, there were 2 5 and 6 foot long rattlesnakes stretched out right there, and I was like, oh no, I'm done, and I took off, and I was not mowing. No way. We have a lot of fun with snakes around here. There was one time when I am obsessed with snakes, or I used to be. I still want a snake as a pet. So I was outside and I saw a flash of orange, and I was like, what kind of snake was that? And I took off running in the direction that it went, and it hurt. It felt my vibrations, and it like took off running and disappeared, and I never saw him. So I never figured out what kind of snake it was. It was probably a rat snake. One time we had like a 6 or 7 foot long rat snake inside of a shed in the backyard, and I think the roof was like coming down or something, because there was a board that was dipped down, and he was right up in between the ceiling and that board all the way across. So he was at least 6 or 7 foot long. We didn't kill him because he eats all the rats and stuff. So, how's it going? I don't know. Today we played Fable 3. Then I almost had a heart attack because I put my sister in a lot of danger. Yep. Sorry, Silence Aswim. I still love you. And please find it in your heart to forgive me. So I hope you saw that video of my dog doing spins in my lap on the furniture. He just all of a sudden grabbed his tail and just started running in a circle. It hurt. He was like stabbing me with his nails. Ugh, gotta get them trimmed. Yes, gotta get that boom, boom, boom. Okay, sorry. Well, I guess that's it for today. I know, I'm a weirdo, but you still love me. Good night.